Jim McMahon got visibly angry with Kevin Hollinrake during an urgent question yesterday. So just to give you the background on this, Birmingham City Council bin collection is currently on strike and has been around about 2-3 weeks. So naturally rubbish is piling up in the streets. Hollinrake tries to take the moral high ground, and even twice in his speech saying that they've got workable alternate solutions to the problem, yet fails to mention any of them. He then goes on to pat his Conservative councillors on the back in what he says is doing a good job. As McMahon points out, this just doesn't happen overnight. It's the chronic underfunding the councils have had from the Tory's time in government.
Madam Deputy Speaker, and can I thank the Minister for advance sight of the statements. I'm sure that the fact I tabled the urgent question on this, and so did my right honourable friend, the member of Sutton Coldfield, played a part in the fact he's come to the House today. He'd said nothing on this matter for the last 20 days since it's been a live issue. It is shameful, a national embarrassment, that one of our nation's great cities, our second city, finds itself in such a bleak situation. As the Minister admits in his statement, this is a problem of the Council's own making. It came as a result of the flawed deal with Unite back in 2017, which then led to the legal action over equal pay. But it is the people who pay the price. Mountains of rubbish blighting the streets of Birmingham for more than 20 days, and no end in sight to a dispute with, of course, their union paymasters, Unite. Shameful. Almost every area is plagued by overflowing bins, rats the size of cats, and opportunistic fly tippers exploiting the chaos to turn open spaces into dumping grounds. This, the reality of Labour in local government. From Edgbaston to Sutton Coldfield, Yardley to Erdington, Balsall Heath to Sparkhill, the piles of waste grow even higher. This is a public health emergency, as the member for Birmingham Edgbaston has herself conceded. Even the Labour Mayor of the West Midlands has said that he is fed up with waste piling up and the streets being filthy. This is why we are calling for a Cobra-led response. This issue demands a coordinated effort across local and national government, harnessing the expertise of public health officials, civil contingencies professionals and emergency services. We call on the government to cut councillors' allowances for the cabinet members who got Birmingham into this mess in the first place, and urge the government to appoint bin men from the private sector to clear up Labour's mess. While Labour's MPs, where are they today? I can only see one on the benches opposite. In Birmingham, have been campaigning for an airport. 2 of 10.
3 out of 10.
While they have been campaigning for an airport in Kashmir, we are proposing workable solutions. Can I turn to the specifics of the Minister's statement? He talks about the calm leadership from Councillor Cotton. What local residents need is action, not buzzwords. Action from the local leadership and from central government. He says that ministers cannot legally intervene in this industrial action. Is he honestly saying he has no influence with the union involved, Unite? Unite, who are complicit in holding the city to hostage, contributed £10,000 to the Deputy Prime Minister's election war chest. She is now surely duty-bound to pick up the phone and speak truth to the real power behind the Labour throne, the unions. Incredibly, Unite are calling on central government to make hundreds of millions of pounds available to the council rather than having to live with its own means. Is that something the Minister is considering? He talks about an increase in core spending power for the council of 9.8%, £131 million for the forthcoming year. Can he confirm to the House that a significant part of this is being raised by means of the council tax increase of 7.8%, and that this is a clear breach of the Prime Minister's pledge to freeze council tax this year? Can I pay particular tribute to Councillor Bobby Alden and the Birmingham Conservatives, who, alongside my right honourable friend, the member for Sutton Coldfield, who have been doggedly holding the council's incompetent leadership to account? They have clear solutions to this crisis. Now that Birmingham has today declared a major incident leading to the availability of new mechanisms, can he confirm that he will meet with them to make sure these are considered? I find it extraordinary that he says in his statement that Birmingham Council has not yet requested national support. Will he not insist that it does so immediately. He also says that he will be meeting with local leaders and commissioners, given that this crisis has been ongoing for 20 days and counting. Why has he not already met with those local leaders? And when will he be doing so? Will it be this very week?
Well. I mean, to hear that response, you would think that the party opposite hadn't been in government for 14 years and been in office when Birmingham had to come for financial support. But Birmingham wasn't alone, was it? It was a number of councils like dominoes falling because of the chronic underfunding by the previous government. They talk about Kashmir. They left a cash crisis. That was the issue, and it affected every council. Whether they were Labour, Conservative or Lib Dem, every single one of them were let down by the previous government. And they can't even look their own councils in the eye. Whether it's about reorganisation, where local leaders are doing what's needed for their area, they are showing local leadership and being undermined by the national leadership. Honestly, at a local level, there are lions being led by donkeys. But on to this point here. Now, outside of the party political nonsense that has been deployed, surely we can all agree that we care about the people of Birmingham and we want to see this vital public service restored. We all must agree, surely, that given the previous government's intervention into Birmingham, that the journey of improvement is fragile. Yes, improvements have been made, but we have to maintain course. They must also accept that one of the biggest barriers to settling the council and giving it that long-term stability was the equal pay liabilities that were stored up. And so resolving this issue is critical, not just for the council itself, but also for the people of Birmingham. Now, I can assure him that regular conversations have been taking place, including a meeting a couple of weeks ago with the leader. There will be a meeting again this week, and we have said that we will do what's needed to support the local council to achieve what it needs to achieve and to get this service back on track. I'm sure he will agree with me that that is the right approach, that local leaders show local leadership and that national government shows the support that is needed. But he also, like bizarrely, went towards council tax increases. The council tax increase in Birmingham last year under the previous government was higher than this year. Why? Because this government has a clear eye on looking after taxpayers and making sure that any increases are contained. But how do we do that? We didn't do that like the previous government would have done, which is to say, we'll just go to the wall and see what happens. It was this government that provided nearly £40 million of new money through the recovery grant for Birmingham to make sure that it didn't have to pass on that increase to local taxpayers. Now, that's genuine partnership, where national government is working hand in glove. So isn't it time that the previous government accepted its failings for the 14 years in office, that it accepts that the foundations of local government were left weaker, not stronger, when they left office? And will they now start putting the interests of the people of this country ahead of political interests?
Richard Tice was on LBC in the past few days, and you will not believe what he said to a caller. So go check that out because that video is on screen next. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time.